Radiant team banned.
Alright, and good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're coming from, and welcome to another DotA is Hard in-house match. Today we're bringing to you captains of EJ and the Chicken King. EJ will be leading the Dire team, and the Chicken King will be leading the Radiant team. We have a number of decent players on either team this game, so it should be quite a good match. We're looking for lots of action. Check us out, DotA is Hard. Please check us out on Facebook under DotA is Hard. Check us out on YouTube under Project Swift, DIH. And this game should be up in a couple of days. Please check out some of our other games. We've had some fantastic in-house matches so far, and hopefully this will be another fantastic one to add to the list. So the first ban going out was Bat Rider, getting out a good solid solo mid hero, good early game hero, very annoying, can jump in, pull people out of place, fantastic person at either pushing or stopping pushes, just a good hero to ban all round. Templar Assassin is banned by the Dire team. Templar Assassin is good solid mid hero, very 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 strong mid game, and if you are if you don't know how to deal with Templar Assassin, she can get out of control quite easily. Another ban of Undying. I think Undying has been banned every single one of our in-house matches so far, so I'm looking forward to one where he doesn't get banned. But I can make a random guess and say that EJ is going to pick up Tinker now that Undying has been banned.
5 seconds remain.
And we've got a ban of the Life Stealer. If anybody has been watching the defense matches recently, Life Stealer has been seeing a lot of play, and people have been getting fairly imaginative and fairly creative with how to play him. So, if there's anybody on the Radiant team who has been watching and may have wanted to pick up Life Stealer and copy some of those more interesting, fun things, then they'll be a bit sorry about that. And the Radiant has picked up first hero of Tidehunter. So Tidehunter is good, good malleable hero. You can put him almost anywhere. It doesn't go well solo mid, but if you put him top, if you put him on support, if you put him at tri-lane, he's quite solid. And just fits into any lineup pretty much anywhere. The Dire team has picked up a first pick of the Bounty Hunter, so Bounty Hunter will probably be looking to go long lane solo, and they've also picked up Keeper of the Light. So with Keeper of the Light, it is possible that they could be running him top lane as a support, or possibly they could put him in the bottom lane with an aggressive tri-lane and then put Bounty Hunter top to sort of farm up the level 6 with some gold as well. So we'll see how that one goes. With EJ as captain, it could go either way. EJ can come up with some creative lineups. It's pretty good. We got a pick of Phantom Lancer and Jakiro. So, good solid AoE there from the Tidehunter and the Jakiro. The Phantom Lancer, good solid carry. I wouldn't Phantom Lancer into a Bounty Hunter pick might not have been as solid as other carriers, because he can get countered by Bounty Hunter's what's it called? Track. Yeah, Bounty Hunter's track. So it completely negates Phantom Lancer's invis, and with the AoE of the Keeper of the Light and the Tinker's March of the Machines, it could take down the illusions of the Phantom Lancer quite quickly. But we'll see how it's played, see how it goes. They've got a very solid bottom tri-lane there, a defensive tri-lane with Tidehunter, Phantom Lancer and Jakiro, if they want. But they've got many options up their sleeves, so let's see what they can do. And yes, there of course is the Tinker, picked by EJ.
5 seconds remaining.
I have noticed that whenever Undying gets banned out, EJ likes to pick up the Tinker. Alright, so they're using up a bit of reserve time onto what they want to ban next. So they've got, probably Tinker will be going solo mid, and they've got the off lane of the Bounty Hunter, so they probably want to be banning out carries at the moment. So there's Sven banned out. Sven would be, if they did do an offensive tri-lane, Keeper of the Light and Sven and another hero would be very, very solid and very scary. So good ban by the Sven there. For the Dire team, they don't have any solo mid. The Radiant team don't have any solo mid heroes at the moment. They don't have any mid heroes, and they don't really have any long lane heroes. So there's some good options. There's some good options for the Dire team to ban out. They could be looking to ban out heroes such as Queen of Pain, who can go mid and can go on the solo lane. Also, Mirana is a possibility at that as well. There, Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit and Nyx being banned by the Dire, both very solid mid heroes. And so that's what they're looking to ban. And the Radiant team have banned 2 very solid carries. Yeah, which the Dire team have not picked up at the moment. So banning out carries, that's a good plan. And yes, banning out good pushing carries with Sven's Cleave and Luna's Moonglaive. Both would mesh quite well with the Keeper of the Light and the Tinker doing hard push. So good bans there by both teams so far.
10 seconds remaining.
Dire team is threatening to go into a little bit of
5
reserve time
seconds
here.
remaining.
So, having a few... Oh, sorry, Radiant team.
Reserve time.
Radiant team is using up a little bit more of their reserve time, and final ban of the Queen of Pain.
Dire team ban.
Queen of Pain could have possibly been a good pickup for the Radiant team. The area of effect would have gone fantastically with the Tidehunter and the Jakiro, and they still need a good solid solo mid hero. So Queen of Pain could have been a good pickup for them. They do have first pick going into the second round of picking, so they could have gone Queen of Pain and then picked up a solo top hero, which they have not banned any out of. And then a final ban of Magnus. Magnus is good, can go top in an aggressive lane, can go, Magnus can go in the aggressive lane, and can also go solo mid as well. And mixed with the massive area of effect of Jakiro and Tidehunter, that was a pretty good ban out as well. The combination of Magnus and Phantom Lancer though is a little bit
10 seconds
lacking.
remaining.
He doesn't go, Magnus doesn't help Phantom Lancer as well as
5
other heroes do.
seconds remaining.
I mean, as well as he would help out other carries with his cleave. I've forgotten what it's
Reserve
called.
time.
Yes, I've forgotten what Magnus's cleave ability is called, but you know the one. The one where you can cast it on hero, they get bonus damage, they get cleave. It's alright on Phantom Lancer, but it worked much better on other carries. Using a bit of reserve time now for the... picked up a Darkseer. Darkseer is fantastic hero. Fantastic anti-team fight hero. You just... any team fight that happens, you drop a wall straight in the middle of it, and it completely wrecks the team fights. Also has the vacuum to pull heroes out of place, and the Ion Shell, which allows for a fantastic solo long lane. So he can go solo hard lane quite well with that Ion Shell.
10 seconds.
The sack.
So, looks like the
Radiant
Dire
team
team is going hectic push. They've got Keeper of the Light, they've got Tinker, they've got Leshrac, they've got Bounty Hunter so that they can use that track and see heroes behind the tower, know exactly where people are, and they can poke at them with Lightning Harass, with missiles, with Keeper Coddle Blast, Illuminate. So yeah, they are going heavy push. But
10
the
seconds
Radiant
remaining.
team do have some good counter push. They've got Jakiro's ultimate, which only has a 60
5
second
seconds
cooldown.
remaining.
They've got Darkseer's Vacuum and Ion Shell, and they've got Tidehunter, which can
time.
wade into the middle of a push and do massive ravage. While they're defending the push, Phantom Lancer can go up the side lane and do a push while they're pushing into all this area of effect. Using up the last little bit of reserve time now, they need a good solid mid hero. To complement this lineup, Radiant need a good solid mid hero. Queen of Pain would have been my choice. Unfortunately, it was banned out. But we'll see what they can go for. It looks with this lineup that Invoker. There we go. Good solid mid hero.
Dire team
Lots of
pick.
defensive push. Lots of utility can be put in by the Invoker. It is quite possible that they will be going an Exort build, as they need a bit of damage in with this team. They have lots of area effect and crowd control, so Quace Wex build is not so critical. So we could be seeing an Exort Invoker. Hopefully we'll see a few good Sunstrikes. And final pickup of Sand King, good area of effect, and that is a fantastic aggressive lane of Leshrac and Sand King. The double stun with the harass from Caustic Finale as well as Lightning Storm can go quite well. So we'll see how this goes. This should be quite interesting. So we've got Logical Scope picking up the Sand King, Mr. Flop picking up Leshrac, EJ picking up Tinker, Light of Kevin going on the Invoker, Laz Kev on the Darkseer, the Chicken King on Jakiro, NWA Sleepy on Phantom Lancer, and Deadline on Tidehunter, Juicy on the Bounty Hunter, and the last pick here is left for the Keeper of the Light. So this should be an interesting match. Let's see how it goes.
10 seconds remaining.
Seems we have an AFK not picking up the Keeper of the Light.
5
Oh,
seconds remaining.
there we go. Keeper of the Light has been picked up. Alright. Let's see some lanes, let's see some starting builds, let's have a good, fun match, guys. No
Prepare
blows
for
below
battle.
the belt, no double push from a Tinker and Furion, and none of that dirty stuff. We got... Alright. Nobody's rushing off to fight over runes or anything, but we've picked up a few items and we'll go in. So it seems that Darkseer is going to be going solo long lane, Invoker will be going solo mid, and we'll probably be having a tri-lane bottom of the Tidehunter, the Jakiro, and the Phantom Lancer. Meanwhile, we've got the solo long lane Bounty Hunter, we've got Sand King and Leshrac top, and we've got Tinker middle, and it seems we have Keeper of the Light going
30
bottom lane
seconds
with
to
mana
battle.
leak and no items. I am unsure if that is a mistake or what is he thinking, but we'll revisit that in a moment and see how it goes. I would... Yes, it seems that he has forgotten his items. That is alright, yes. If he had have wandered into the lane, taking that extra gold and hoping to go for, say, a fast Void
battle
Stone or
begins.
something, I would thoroughly disagree with it. But it seems that he has just forgotten some items, or seems to be picking up some items, so we'll... hopefully something happens there. But we've got a good, solid, aggressive top lane here. Should make it very difficult for this Darkseer. Good ward there by the Bounty Hunter. Did a safe ward, was standing there and threw the ward in there. So good safe ward. Pings are happening. Probably pinging. Nope. Picking up an Invis rune. Drops a ward there. So we've got good warding from both sides at the start here. Yes, so the Sand King and the Leshrac already started harassing the Darkseer, keeping him back, keeping him off the experience. Keeper of the Light is still not doing anything. I'm unsure as to what is happening with the Keeper of the Light at the moment. Tidehunter is wandering around Invis. Bounty Hunter is just soaking up all that experience as they do. Getting a few last hits where they can. Speaking of, I'll bring up the Rhysometer. Last hits denies. And we've got Invoker going up against the Tinker. Tinker is going fast bottle. Had a few extra gold left over so that he can get that bottle even faster. Invoker is going... Has not gone Invoke second, has gone Invoke as the third skill. I would disagree with that. Usually I would go Quace first. Get Invoke on the second level, so then you have Cold Snap from the second level onwards. And then you can do that damage much earlier. See the low life that the Tinker is sitting on. Yes. So just a suggestion for further. Jakiro taking a lot of tower damage here. But Bounty Hunter is still sitting on a fair bit of life, still has plenty of regen left, but the threat of being nuked down is quite possible with these three heroes. 3 strong nukes under their belts. Tinker brings forward his bottle, so he will now be able to run around. They've got 1 rune ward up, so he'll be able to see where the rune is, should see that it's top, and can happily start lasering the Invoker and every time he goes to last hit, causing him to miss 100% of the time. As we see here, if he turns around and starts hitting, he will happily kill this Invoker. Very good kill there. Invoker didn't realise the 100% miss, got a little bit cocky, charged through a creep wave. If he was hitting with that cold snap on, he probably would have killed the Tinker, but that 100% miss stopped him. Stopped him from hitting, stopped the cold snap from activating, and just let the Tinker auto attack him down. We got Bounty Hunter continuing to wander around, just soaking up experience. That's what Bounty Hunters do. Doesn't need to get that much farm. Can wait until he's level 6, get his track, make up all the lost farm that way. Just go around roaming, get lots of track gold. For this lane, the supports definitely need to get sentry wards. They need a sentry ward to get rid of this pull ward. And they need a sentry ward to keep Bounty Hunter off the lane and stop him from getting all this experience. Ping's on top lane, so a little bit of harass going on to the Darkseer. This pull here is not warded, so Keeper of the Light or any one of these heroes could happily go back into this, stack the camp and pull it back, further reducing the amount of experience that the Darkseer is getting. Because at the moment, he is quite happily... good little juke there, good little surge and juke, runs around, is going to meet a Sand King along the way. No, he knew that Sand King was there and runs away. That is a good run from the Darkseer. But yes, at the moment, Darkseer is doing fine. He's just putting Ion Shell on the creeps and standing back and let the Ion Shell farm for him. Tinker finds a haste rune, so we should see something interesting with that. But yes, to do this effectively, they need to be stacking and pulling that creep camp, reducing the amount of experience that the Darkseer is getting, and maximizing the amount of experience that the 3 in their lane is getting. Unfortunate miss there from the Leshrac on Split Earth Mist, but that is alright. Send the Darkseer back. Lots of pings happening, so I believe they know that the Tinker is coming. Takes a lot of nuke damage. The Jakiro is one attack off. Good slow there from the Tide Hunter. Bounty Hunter gets in there and does a shuriken, and Sunstrike just misses out on picking up the Tinker. That was a very good Sunstrike. Unfortunately, the damage was just not quite high enough. Alright, just looking at the Invoker's build here, as a suggestion, I would suggest, yes, I would suggest getting at least one of these to level 3 straight off. So, Quace level 3 with 1 level in Exort and 1 level in Wex. It just gives you that, utility. Gives you a bit of utility. You have access to all your skills early on. Level 3 in Quace. So here he could have level 3 in Quace, 1 level in Wex, and 1 level in Exort. Means he does not have his Sunstrike is not as strong, but he would have access to Tornado, and we would be able to use that to open fights. So he could Tornado, and then walk in under the Tornado and cold snap them when they hit the ground. So top lane, we've seen Darkseer still doing Darkseer things. Has got Soul Ring almost up. Could buy the recipe now when the courier gets back to base and increase the amount of farm that he is getting. So they're looking at creeps now. They're looking to, yes, they're going to start stacking and pulling. Good move. Bounty Hunter has got an Observer Ward. This creep camp, the Observer Ward has run out on that creep camp, so he'd probably go and put it there if they seem to start, if they go to start pulling. Invoker taking a lot of harass. That laser damage just does so much. The pure damage of the laser, it's massive. But the Quace Orbs will happily allow the Invoker to regen it back up. Pings are happening here, so they've seen the Tinker wandering around. Tinker might catch out the Greevil here. That could be interesting. No, they've seen the Tinky coming and they run the Greevil over the trees and out of harm's way. Take out the illusions. Bounty Hunter has wandered in trying to pick up the Greevil, but unfortunately he's a little bit slow. They drop a sentry ward. I don't know if Bounty Hunter saw that the sentry ward was dropped there, so that will be something for him to watch out. Possible... no, pings are happening there, so they are saying, watch out, there's still a Bounty Hunter in our jungle there, watch out for that. With Bounty Hunter getting the bottle, that is going to take runes away from the Tinker, and is going to take away his ganking effectiveness. So unless the Bounty Hunter starts roaming, which it seems that he's going to be, yes, I would pass on the bottle, and I would leave the runes to the Tinker, unless, since Tinker is going the laser rocket build, he is going to be running around the map a lot, and he is going to want those runes. So having 2 bottles on the team, lots of DotA damage happening here. This tower's looking, yes, it's going to go down. Jakiro taking a few hits, putting it back onto the creeps. Phantom Lance's happy to tank this. Yes, Phantom Lancer gets the last hit on the tower. Lots of money, enjoying 1,000 gold now, so he can get well on his way to starting his diffusal blade. Just having a look at a few builds around the place. Bounty Hunter has gone Shadow Walk, Shuriken Toss. One improvement on this build, I enjoy this build, but one improvement would be get 1 level in Shadow Walk and get 1 level in Jindar, so that you can pop out, do heaps of damage. You can pop out, do heaps of damage, and slow them. So, 1 level in Shadow Walk, 1 level in Jindar. Possible improvement on that skill build. With the Jakiro here, I only get 1 level in Dual Breath. Back when Ice Path was awesome, good kill there on the Jakiro. Got caught out, unfortunately, but good pickup by both the Sand King and the Bounty Hunter. But for the Jakiro, I would suggest getting just 1 level in Dual Breath and maxing Ice Path as well as Liquid Fire. Both of those abilities are fantastic, and Dual Breath doesn't you just get damage out of it. You just get a bit of extra damage when you level it up, and it ends up costing much more. So get the slow, but leave the rest of your allies doing the damage for you. You are a support, by the way. Bounty Hunter here taking a lot of damage from nukes, trying to hold off 4 heroes. Is going to need some support from the rest of his team. Bounty Hunter taking a little bit of Dual Breath there. Sand King pops in, tries to Sandstorm out of the way of that, but unfortunately does not work, still hits him. Tinker comes in, throws some rockets. Sand King starts hitting people, stuns with a laser, finishes them off. Jakiro gets caught out again, unfortunately. Darkseid taking lots of damage from that Diabolic Edict. Nice stun coming out from the Leshrac as well. Picks up the Darkseid right on the edge. Sunstrike just misses Leshrac. That 225, that would have killed him. Yes, it would have. Only just. Leshrac backing up, leaving Keeper of the Light to the top here. Keeper of the Light's build is a little odd, but going with Keeper of the Light's opening to the start, I am going to accept that to his learning. So one suggestion, I would, if you're going in a tri-lane, if you're with the push build that they've got, with the push team that they've got at the moment, maxing Illuminate is probably the way to go. Get 1 level in Illuminate to start with, get 2 levels in Chakra Magic, and then max your Illuminate. Get that nuke damage in, especially against the long lane Darkseer. If you can just Illuminate the creep wave and get rid of his shell, get rid of the creep with the shell on it, it will completely stop his farm. So right now, Keeper of the Light needs to step forward, start putting Illuminates on people, and start pushing this Darkseer back. Stop this Darkseer getting all this mid-game presence. It is quite possible to counter Darkseer in the long lane fairly easily. With solid push heroes like Leshrac and Keeper of the Light, you just nuke off the creep wave every time they come, and Darkseer gets 0 farm. So he's fairly easy to counter that way.
Is under attack.
So the Keeper of the Light definitely needs to be throwing out lots of Illuminates now, pushing these creeps back. Pings are happening. I think they're looking for a rune. Oh, they're going around the ward. They were pinging the ward, going around. So they're going down bottom to defend. Phantom Lancer gets caught out. Track. Diabolic Edict doing lots of damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Teleport support coming in a little bit late. That was a buyback from the Phantom Lancer. So they're looking to counter push, pick up a few people as they're straggling away. Invoker has found the Bounty Hunter.
Radiant's
Rockets
top
found the
tower is
Invoker.
under attack.
A slow coming out, hitting the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter goes invisible. Sand King is in the back here, could do a fantastic ultimate. I would love to see that. But the rest of the team has backed off, so leaving Sand King on his own at the moment. He's going to have to be a little bit careful. If he gets caught out here, he is going to die. They've seen him. They know he's there. There's no getting away from this one. Good little, as soon as they saw him, it was a good little burrow strike into a sandstorm, but he was still caught out. They have too much area of effect. Too much things can get him, too many skills can get him out of that sandstorm. So he just accepted his fate, did a little bit of damage before he died. Tinker now has Boots of Travel, can start jumping around the map, can start pushing with his marching machines that he does not have yet. So instead he can start jumping around the map and killing lots of heroes with his heat-seeking missiles and lasers. Once he gets marching machines up, then he can start doing some massive push. Track onto the Phantom Lancer, so met with a rocket, instant rocket as soon as he teleports, with a laser as well. So they're doing very good at keeping that Phantom Lancer down. Doesn't matter where he goes at the moment, he's meeting heroes, and it's minimizing his farm completely. He does have one Blade of Alacrity up, going for his Diffusal Blade. This tower is going to die. Diabolic Edict does so much damage to towers, just shreds it completely. Pings are going on the mid tower, so they got 3 heroes mid, going to try and knock it down as quickly as possible.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Invoker has gone the Forge Spirit build. I would still like to see him get 1 level in Wex. If you get 1 level in Wex, it gives you access to so many more spells. You can drop Meteor on people, you have Deafening Blast. 1 level in Wex gives you the Meteor Deafening Blast combo. Also gives you Ghost Walk, gives you Tornado, gives you access to, can give you Alacrity. Just so many more skills that you have access to that scale fantastically with only 1 level in Wex. So that is a thought for this Invoker when you're playing future matches. Other than that, good support build has got Drums of Endurance. Drums of Endurance goes fantastic with the Forged Spirits, increases their movement speed and increases their attack speed, as well as Phase Boots. Phase Boots are just the standard boots on Invoker, and they are fantastic. The extra movement speed and the attack damage goes so well with Exor and so well with Face Invokers. It's just the standard boots on Invoker. Leshrac missed the stun there, unfortunately. Lots of harassment though coming. Those marching machines and the rockets with the track, this is what I was talking about earlier. Track on the heroes, lots of harass coming in from the Tinker, coming in from the Leshrac, and then Bounty Hunter just wanders around the back and picks up all the heroes on low life who are just being harassed down.
Thanks.
Phantom Lancer has realized that it might be a little bit folly to chase the Bounty Hunter and has backed off. But this is a fantastic combo. I'm enjoying this. The track with the rockets is just brutal. They can't hide from the rockets, and with the refresh, they're taking a rocket every 3 seconds. Tinker just refreshes, uses his soul ring, uses a bottle charge, shoots some rockets. If he needs more mana, teleports back to base, come back. It's just so difficult to defend a tower with that coming in. They're doing their best though, they're trying. Get in there, try and defend something. The Radiant team need to realise that they can't sit back and wait for the Dire to engage. If they wait for the Dire to engage, they're just going to continue to do that. They're going to pick them off with Heat-Seeking Missile and Track. Bounty Hunter's going to come in from behind. So they need to jump in, they need to get up in their face. Invoker here now has 1 level in Wex and has used Ghost Walk to get away. So good example of why Wex getting 1 level in each is fantastic earlier on. Took a bit of a dual breath there, as well as a soul ring, that's why he took so much damage. But simply refresh, can teleport back to base. Can use a couple of bottle charges. Oh, good shot. That was a rocket followed by a stun with a bit of Diabolic Edict. Unfortunately, all the creeps are soaking it up. Invoker comes in, puts in a cold snap on the Leshrac and kills him. Takes him out completely. Leshrac was caught behind the creep wave and just took so much damage from that cold snap. But of course, Tinker is back, ready to throw some more missiles in people's faces.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top tower's taking a little bit of damage. Sand King's going to come in and pick that up. Sand King's level 6. Uses a Sandstorm, gets away from the Phantom Lancer. Just hides. But the Darkseer is still here. Pulls him out of his Sandstorm, and now Sand King uses his ultimate. Unfortunately cancels his ultimate. That was an unfortunate move by Sand King. Could have quite possibly picked up the Darkseer easily then. One trick when using channeling ultimates like Epicenter is if you cast it and then hold shift and click, you are as soon as you finish channeling the ultimate, your hero will move. So it's queuing moves. So as soon as you so you use your ultimate, shift, click, and as soon as it's finished, he will move. Works fantastic with teleport scrolls as well. Leshrac's taking a lot of damage, gets caught out by the Phantom Lancer and the Darkseer, but Darkseer gets lasered off. Tinker is taking a lot of damage from that shield though. Just misses. The Sunstrike just missed, but Phantom Lancer will come in, pick up the kill. Unfortunately, the Tinker had nowhere to run. Sand King will teleport in, and does pick up the Jakiro just before he teleports away. Good move by the Sand King there. Keeper of the Light is seems to be going a Tranquil Boot build, which is fine. He's gotten his build a little bit slowly though. Unfortunately, that's the level to Illuminate, and he's leveling up his other skills in unison. Mana Leak, I like Mana Leak. It is a fantastic skill. Early on, I only like getting 1 level in it though, just because heroes don't have that much mana, and you can make the most of the stun with just 1 level in it. And that allows you to max your Illuminate, get your Chakra Magic, and then when heroes start having much more mana, you can level up the Mana Leak and get full utility. Sand King here being caught out. It is quite possible that the Phantom Lancer can just stand here and wait for this Sandstorm to run out. Would have had to wait 30 seconds, but can happily farm the creep wave while that's going on. So Sand King has popped out, Phantom Lancer is going to jump back in, cast the Spirit Lance, and now Sand King has been caught out. Had no mana, couldn't get away. He probably should have realised that the Phantom Lancer was waiting for him. Bounty Hunter here running on low life. Ultimate from the Tide Hunter, determined to save that Darkseer. They've spotted him. He used his invis and they spotted him. Just notice, 1 point for Tide Hunter. Get 1 level in Kraken Shell early. Always. The restoration after 600 damage. So with Kraken Shell, when you take 600 damage, it completely removes all negative buffs. So you can jump in the middle of an entire enemy team, 5 heroes, and if you get stunned or silenced, as soon as you take 600 damage, Kraken Shell will remove that, and it basically guarantees you will get off your Ravage. It is fantastic. It is a phenomenal skill. 1 level in Kraken Shell is all you need if you're going Gush and Anchor Smash, but get 1 level in Kraken Shell. So defense here, Jakiro and Tidehunter are coming from behind. Sand King is caught out again. Leshrac taking a lot of damage standing in that fire. The Darkseer pulls him back into the middle of the fire, and Phantom Lancer throwed a Spirit Lance on top of Leshrac just to finish him off. So Phantom Lancer now has his Diffusal Blade. Keep it alight, putting a little Coddle Blast into the jungle. I assumed that they were going to chase him, but will now be backing off. And tower goes down to the Invoker, gets some money for that. Tinker teleports in straight into 2 heroes. That was a bit of a mistake again. I believe we had an in-house match a week ago where EJ the Tinker did a similar move, teleported into a Chaos Knight and a Dragon Knight, just teleported straight in between 2 heroes and then wore it. So similar thing has happened there again. Learn from your mistakes, that's what we're here for. 4 heroes on 2, nice stun going on there. Coddle Blast doing lots of damage to the Invoker. Invoker will Cold Snap. The Leshrac has popped Diabolic Edict, but it's taking so much damage from that with Phantom Lancer's illusions. There's a track on the Phantom Lancer and a Spirit Lance to slow him down, but the Sand King drops an Urn Charge on him and picks him up. The Tinker jumps in, does some rockets, does some lasers, much the machines, but they're running away, so unfortunately will not hit. Jakiro comes in, puts down an Ice Path, good Ice Path, stopping them. Invoker takes some damage. Tidehunter coming in, finds the... uses his ultimate, makes sure that both him and Jakiro can get away. This ward will see the Tinker coming up and placing a ward here. Still that Rocket Harass coming in. Bounty Hunter, that ward will see the Bounty Hunter wandering around. They'll see him wandering away, so they know it's safe. This tower is probably going to die. Between the Keeper of the Light and the Leshrac, does so much damage. Bit of teleport, support comes in, they pick him up. One option, he could have cast Split Earth on top of where he was teleporting. Takes all that damage from the Diffusal Blade. Keeper of the Light is caught out as well, and just takes so much damage from that Phantom Lancer with his Spirit Lance and his Diffusal Blade. Just deals so much damage, the Intel heroes don't really stand a chance. They need to start working on keeping this Phantom Lancer down a bit more. They were doing really well at the start, but there was just a team fight in there where the Phantom Lancer was able to get a lot of money, build up, finish off his Diffusal Blade. Tinker goes down to the Invoker, good Cold Snap with the Forge Spirits, took him down, stopped him refreshing, stopped him using teleport, and just picked him off before he was able to do anything. Sand King here has spotted the double damage rune. Pings on the Bounty Hunter, so they can probably see that image. They're gonna... No, they've probably realised that it's an image. Bounty Hunter wandering bottom, throws a little Shuriken on, takes a Cold Snap, lots of damage from those, from the Forge Spirits and the Cold Snap. Invoker pops the salve, turns on his Quace, and just regens it straight back up. So the Leshrac comes in, big stun from the Leshrac, bit of lightning. Bounty Hunter's here as well, they don't see it. Tinker comes in, uses Zap, uses rockets, and Shuriken Toss will finish him off. Darkseer has popped in. Ultimate on Jakiro, trying to hit the Bounty Hunter, but the Bounty Hunter just walks around. The Leshrac and the God, people are dying everywhere. Picks up the Darkseer. Bounty Hunter picks up Tidehunter. Leshrac puts that final hit on the Tidehunter. These little Forge Spirits were just doing so much damage to the Leshrac, eventually takes him down, and the Phantom Lancer picks up the kill on the bottle. Tinker comes back in, pops a missile, gets 2 illusions, track on the Phantom Lancer, and they pick him off. That is a team wipe for the Radiant. Very good fight for the Dire. Unfortunately, the Leshrac and the Keeper of the Light get picked off, but good fight. They should be able to push this. They got they're about to come alive, so seems they've earned themselves a little bit of farming time. Teleports will come in. They will probably back off. Don't really want to fight this with just the 2 of them. Track just so they know what's happening, and they back off. Tinker comes back in, fires 2 rockets. They fizzle. They go bzz, bzz. Pings showing an invis room, and Leshrac is going to do a little bit of pushing mid. The Invoker is coming back, is going to put Cold Snap on the Leshrac, but he's just too far away now. Cold Snap won't slow him down enough. Battle Fury here on the Bounty Hunter. Not my favourite item on the Bounty Hunter. I really like going phase boots and then just going damage. Battle Fury is much more of a farming item. Tinker being caught out by the Phantom Lancer tries to do a little bit of damage. Also the Leshrac taking a lot of damage from that Invoker. Good stun there, but a nuke comes in from the Phantom Lancer and picks him off before he can run away. That gave Phantom Lancer a double kill. Getting him a bit more farm from dying earlier. So he has a lot of money now. Will probably look to go either a Manta style or with that money, possibly a Heart or a Radiance. So Bounty Hunter has got Battle Fury and looks to be going a Vladimir's Offering now. So sort of support, damage, Bounty Hunter sort of thing. The Vladimir's Offering is not so critical because there's only him and Sand King are the melee heroes on the team. They're the only heroes benefiting from the lifesteal, and the Bounty Hunter is the only one really doing physical damage. So Vladimir is not so critical. Still a fine item. It is good for pushing, goes well with the pushing team, gives the creeps around him lots of armor and that lifesteal so they can easily outpush other creep waves. There was a dust happening there. It does hit the Bounty Hunter even though he was on the other side of the trees. Leshrac's coming in, nice stun on the picked up by a Shuriken. Big ultimate from the Tidehunter, also a big ultimate from the Sand King. 3 have gone down now to the Radiant team. This Bounty Hunter is determined to get this Invoker, probably will. One more hit, throws a Shuriken, finishes him off. Wall comes in from the Darkseer. Phantom Lancer has brought back, has teleported in, doing a lot of damage to the Tinker. The Leshrac is going to get caught out. I don't think they can really save him. Good little zaps. One more attack and the Leshrac does pick up the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer did buy back for that, everyone. So, very good kill by the Leshrac there. They can now happily push this tower. 3 are back. They're all on fairly low life. They will probably have to back off and heal up. The Keeper of the Light is getting a mechanism, so that will help with their push a lot. Bounty Hunter has snuck into the trees here, was taking a bit of damage from the tower. I don't know if the Radiant realised that he's in there or not, but he's jumping in, track, lots of damage. Those rockets will pick up the kill. Pops a haste rune and slaps down the Jakiro as well. So, lots of damage, lots of behind the tower damage going on here. Those track, the track with the rockets, the lightning harass from the Keeper of the Light, from the Tormented Spirit, Leshrac, and the Illuminates from the Keeper of the Light. Doesn't matter how far back the Radiant team are standing from their towers, they still take all this harass. Very interesting combo here coming from the Dire team. Leshrac has teleported top, now has a Bloodstone and is getting his Black King bar. So he'll be able to stand in the middle of fights, do so much damage, and with his Black King bar activated, he'll take a lot less damage from that Phantom Lancer's Diffusal Blade. Phantom Lancer did have all this money. He must have spent it on buyback. Phantom Lancer probably spent that money on the buyback and then wasn't able to get an item out of it. Massive crit, takes out the Invoker before he can teleport away. Sand King has found a double damage rune. We'll probably pass that on to the Bounty Hunter. Lesherak's doing a little bit of pushing, trying to get this tower down. Can probably, with the Tinker teleporting in now, yes, he can probably walk in, use Diabolic Edict, and absolutely shred the tower. No supporters coming in at the moment. Diabolic Edict is taking down the tower. Lightning and Burrow Strike picks off the creeps before they can defend, even remotely. So, good push on that tower there. Phantom Lancer's trying his best to recoup some of his losses. But at the moment, the Dire team's push on these towers is very solid, very difficult for the Radiant team to defend. XP graph is massively in the Dire's favor. It's over 10,000. Damn, it's over 9,000, people. And the gold, similar thing, massively in the Dire's favor. This is all within the last 5 minutes, so it's just those couple of team fights, those towers. Completely swung it in the Dire's favour. So they'll be looking down to take down this final tier 2 tower now. The Dire come in, try and defend a little bit. Rockets and Illuminate doing so much damage. Bounty Hunter picks that off with the final Shuriken toss. Pings go on him, they know he's there, but there's not a whole lot they can do at the moment without dust. Lesherak takes a lot of damage from Tidehunter's ultimate, as well as the Phantom Lancer just slapping him down with the Diffusal Blade. Big meteor dropped on top of the Keeper Light. Sand King jumps in with his ultimate as well, dealing lots of damage to everyone. Tidehunter's walking around on next to nothing. Keeper Light picks up the Sand King. Bounty Hunter probably killed someone there, but I missed it. Probably finished off the Phantom Lancer, I think. And now he's searching, looking for that final kill on Tidehunter. Tidehunter does make it back to his base, though. That was a fairly even trade for both teams. Bounty Hunter wandering around, looking for other heroes who may be out of position, just trying to pick them up. I think the Radiant team are just cowering in their base at the moment. They've had a lot of They've had a lot of fights that have gone badly in their favour. Unfortunately, so they should be looking to get some wards up around their base, maybe up here in the pathways. Getting a few defensive wards up and then turtling, trying to get as much farm from those creeps that are pushing into their base, and trying to hold out the Dire team for as long as possible. The Dire team's Phantom Lancer, if he can get the farm, will outweigh both the Bounty Hunter and the Tinker in carries. Both the Bounty Hunter and the Tinker, compared to the Phantom Lancer, will not last in the late game. Ultimate Orb now on the Phantom Lancer looks to be picking up a Manta Style. Was probably looking to go a Radiance, but didn't quite get there. Had a few poor team fights where he lost a fair bit of gold, so he's probably going the Manta Style now instead of Radiance. Tinker jumping around, keeping those lanes pushed up, keeping it nice and safe for his team to pick up Roshan. Black King Bar is now up on the Lesherak. Sand King's taking a lot of damage, probably stop tanking. Vladimir's offering on the Bounty Hunter. He easily tanks, he can stand there, slap around Roshan, just heal back all that life. Knocks him down, and the Bounty Hunter picks up the Aegis. And we'll be picking him off now. Tinker's jumping around, has seen the Phantom Lancer here, can probably drop a March of Machines on top of him, but Phantom Lancer says, fuck no, I'm not getting caught out. Again, not getting caught out, so I'm gonna just DotA walk away. Illusions can finish those off, I'll still get the gold for it. Get in here and defend the pit. Bounty Hunter getting caught out, has a dust on him. Big ultimate from the Sand King, does lots of damage to the Radiant team.
Bounty Hunter comes back, cops a lot of damage from a few shots though, and Phantom Lancer comes in from behind and deals, picks off the Keeper alive. Jakiro trying humbly to try and stop people, takes a rocket to the face, is threatening to die, will get sniped off by the Sand King. Sand King gets pulled back in by the Darkseer though, and Leshrac taking a cold snap and lots of attacks, and Phantom Lancer finishes him off with a Spirit Lamp.
Rest now.
That was a good defense of their tower. DotA are doing a very good defense of this tower, considering how far in the favour of the Dire it is. So, looking at how they're keeping this graph even, the Radiant are doing quite a good job considering how much in the Dire's favour it is. Invoker using Forge Spirits to defend the lane, push the lane. That is a good Invoker move. Yes, if anybody's learning Invoker, that is a good trick. Just summon your Forge Spirits, auto attack, push a lane. They do fantastic for pushing a lane by themselves. They'll just follow the creep wave, do lots of damage. But unfortunately, they do die to March of the Machines. Phantom Lancer trying to recoup his farm again. Getting very close to his Manta Style now. Can afford his Manta Style. So that should be interesting. Should be able to jump into fights and cause lots of confusion with even more images now. Sand King jumps in, knocks off two of them. The Split Earth from the Leshrac is just a little bit late. And Coddle Blast just a little bit late as well. They both, the Invoker and the Phantom Lancer escape from both of those. Lightning Harass coming out from the Leshrac, more Missile Harass coming out from the Tinker, and even more March of the Machine Harass coming out from the Tinker. Bounty Hunter is wandering around, looking for people to track, looking for people to pick off. That was, I think that was a ward? I think they placed a ward up there and then it was just a little bit too close to the tower when the Tinker was attacking? I'm unsure. I missed that. I might have to go back and have a look at the replay of what that was. So, still some solid push coming in. The unfortunate... They can't quite get that Leshrac close enough though. This Phantom Lancer is very threatening, just shreds people, takes down the Keeper Light. Leshrac, oh, big ultimate from the Sand King. Bounty Hunter comes up, does clean up duty. Good triple kill there. Drops a meteor on people, unfortunately misses, casts a Deafening Blast, which gets the Sand King down quite low. Tide Hunter pops in, uses Kraken Shell, pops a dust, and that will be Bounty Hunter going down. That ends his godlike streak. That's lots of money for the Invoker. Sand King still wandering around on low life. Bounty Hunter has brought back, wants a piece of the action. They really want this tower. Leshrac is in close enough now, has enough, and absolutely shreds the tower with Diabolic Edict. Finally got in close enough. With 3 Radiant down, they'll probably be looking to get this tower as well. Bounty Hunter walks in and starts slapping the tower for some good attack damage. And hopefully they'll be able to pick up the barracks before the Phantom Lancer and the Darkseer is back. Tornado plus EMP on top of them with a Meteor taking out the creep wave. Bounty Hunter wanders around the back, picks up the Chikiro, taking a lot of cold snap damage. Unfortunately they don't have a dust to finish him off. But they did successfully defend those barracks. Bounty Hunter limps away on very little life, but heals it up easily with a Jindar slap to the neutral creeps. Sand King comes in, heals him up with an Urn of the Shadows, just in case he didn't get enough. Phantom Lancer is back now, looking for vengeance. Goes apeshit on the Leshrac. Leshrac sneaks away on a tiny little bit of life. Even tinier, but finally gets knocked down to the Phantom Lancer. The Bounty Hunter and the Sand King pick him up though. And the Darkseer is going to go down as well. Deafening Blast just a little bit late on the Invoker. Good. That was lucky Tornado on the Sand King there. Blinked in, was about to stun and picked up got a good Tornado on it. Bounty Hunter doesn't care though. Wanders in, keeps slapping people around. Jindar crits for 750. Why not? Come in and we'll just knock down that barracks. Sand King teleports in, getting Bounty Hunter a little bit of time to take down that barracks.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
Middle
attack.
barracks have
Radiant's
gone down
middle
now.
barracks has fallen.
Tinker Invoker. Nah. Rockets came in, hit the Invoker, then he blinks in and zaps him. GG's coming out from people. Alright, GG's are happening. Unfortunately, captains have not called GG yet. Alright, captain has called GG. That was a very good game.
Radiant's top tower
Very
is
good
under
game,
attack.
very interesting. Lots to cast on. Lots of interesting strategy with the Tinker and the Bounty Hunter. We'll watch Phantom Lancer slap a few people around. So long since we've seen a nuke Tinker, that's true. Got caught a little bit off guard. Those lasers, those rockets did so much damage. It was quite difficult for him to hold up against it. But good game. Check this game out and other games out on our YouTube channel. Project Swift CIH is our YouTube channel. Also check out our Facebook group of DotA is hard. We try to do 2 in-house matches a week. We do them on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Join the DotA is hard chat channel if you're interested in joining in. Come along and play. Until then, I'll catch you in DotA. This is Project Swift signing out.